This is Zeka's build in the Marceau. The Marceau, of course, is a tier 10 French destroyer with American-style 127 or 5-inch guns. They're dual turrets. They are very floaty shells, but if you can engage targets at short to medium range, Marceau does really well. She's got 9-kilometer torpedoes. She's fast. She's tough to play, though. Rob's played her a bit. You're at work? No problem, Zeka. Yeah, that's kind of how the Marceau works. For build, Zeka is bringing main armaments mod 1, engine boost modification 1. Now, he loves the Marceau, so it makes sense that he's going to pick something that, that boosts his capabilities. If you don't play a ship a ton, it's probably not worth it to shell out for the extra, enhanced modules or whatever. He's got aiming systems mod 1 so that he can shoot things from, a little bit more accurately. Propulsion for stop and go games and reversing games. Concealment system mod 1 and main battery mod 3. Some players might try to go for the range, but the problem is that these shells are so floaty. Adding that range really doesn't help you much. So it makes sense you'd want to go for main battery mod 3. Zeka, is this a special captain? I'm guessing it's up on you, but you can tell me. He's got, of course, a 21-point captain and grease the gears. Last stand. Main battery and anti-air specialist. Concealment. Preventative maintenance. Adrenaline rush. And survivability expert, and then finally fearless brawler. He doesn't have smoke, so it makes sense that he would want to go out there and really do shooty stuff. So basically, as long as he's detected, he gets a 10% reload on his main battery, which is kind of nice. Okay. Mabas. One thing about Mabas is it's only 5% to main battery reload time. Is there anything that would be better? Honestly, if I were to build up a Marceau myself, I might choose to drop a couple of things. I might choose to drop Grease the Gears and Mabas, and you could always go with the 4-pointer skill. You could do radio location. You could do Dazzle, because Dazzle actually got buffed a bit. I don't know that you'd want to go main battery anti-air expert. Alternatively, you could go for priority target. I've always priority target enjoyer. So for me, I might go priority target, and then I might go with consumables enhancement, so I have even longer duration of my engine boost. That could be a lot of fun. Or you could do consumable specialist and still pick up grease the gears if you feel like the turrets don't turn fast enough for you. The point I'm getting at is there is some flexibility in the build. I always like to highlight this. When you are building a ship, build it based off of you. What works for you and your needs. Don't think about what people say is the best. Figure out for yourself how you play the ship and go from there. For signals, and Zeka hasn't said if it's a special captain or not. If it's Honore, he does get buffed Adrenaline Rush and buff Grease the Gears, so I'm going to guess it's Honore. If it's up on you, he does get buff Survivability Expert, and of course the access to the talents. So there's a couple of different possibilities there, but I'm going to guess it's Honore. Biggest debate is PM1 or SG for Marceau. You're talking about propulsion or steering, Duckman? I don't think that's a debate. I really think you want propulsion. Marceau is designed like as a ship that you want to be long range, stopping and going. It's not really a ship that you want to go nuts about. For flags, anti-det, fire extinguishing, one of the fire chance flags, flooding chance. He doesn't have the other one. I'm guessing you're trying to conserve some flags a little bit. Maneuverability, anti-air. Yeah, okay, right. You're talking about in general. Yeah, if you throttle jock, then propulsion. If you swerve a lot, then obviously steering gears. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the battle. Okay. We do have giveaways going today, guys. Exclamation point ticket gets you in. I think, did I create a giveaway? Let me see. Yes. I did. Mad Max Warrior, hey, thank you for the follow. Welcome aboard. I need to update my replay render for later. Yeah, I started out as a swerver, Duckman. Most people start out as swervers and then they get better at throttle jockeying. So typically, I think that in general, the better you get at the game and the more experience you get at the game, the more comfortable you are with using W and S as well as A and D, right? All right, so let's take a look at the setup here. You are top tier. There are carriers involved, but it's just a tier 8. There's a sub that's a tier 10 that you have to deal with on both on the enemy here, the Balau. Hayate is going to get buffed, so why would you play it now? Okay. But, I mean, your biggest threats is probably going to be the Nevsky. Salem if you get too close. Hitting a random torpedo is always annoying. Go-Kart Mozart, love the name. Your fingers get tangled. Well, that's the thing, right? It's easy to mess all that up. This is a very aggressive early cap position. Especially because, well, I mean, I guess you've got spotting from the carrier there. But still, I'm kind of shocked that you decided to do this. Give me a sec, guys. I need to double check my YouTube feed, make sure it's working properly. We are streaming over on YouTube as well, so if you get stuck watching an ad, you can always flip over and catch the live stream over on YouTube. Looks like it is working up properly. Good. There's the Salem. You've got Abanu. Okay. So Abanu, when you capture a flag, then you or capture a point, you get increased cheer, flood, and fire chances. So that actually worked out well for you. Repitago. Chat, how many of you guys like Marceau? First of all, how many of you guys have it, I guess, would be a good question too, but how many of you guys are Marceau enjoyers? A little delayed reaction there on the priority target. Unfortunately, the Salem only hit a little bit. Now you could stay right here and try to arc over the island and smack stuff. It's one of your top 5 or 6 destroyers, really. I'm a Yu Yang enjoyer. My favorite tier 10 destroyer is probably the Z52 Gaelic, but Holland isn't too bad either. I could just never get her to work. You know, sometimes you just have ships that just don't work for you. Holland is one that doesn't work for me. Nice job shooting at the Hayate for free. You can see he's keeping the island between him and the Hayate, so he's just able to shoot him for free there. Marceau's the only destroyer you play with regularity. Okay. And you don't like the actual line itself. I kind of liked it, kind of didn't. I would say it's an acquired taste. Palau goes down. You got some really good opening deaths on your team. Unfortunately, the planes spotted you. So, well, now you just have buffed Adrenaline Rush, right? You hate your Z52? You like Smollett, Holland, Gearing, Shima, Marceau. Cool. Japanese and US destroyers are your favorite, followed closely by Gdansk. Okay. I could never get into Gdansk. Well, I don't know how much I've played the Gdansk. I played the Pan-European a lot, but to me they were just pain. Now Zek is doing what we call French radar, just randomly shooting at where the Hayate was, hoping he can get a hit. And if he does, then he knows where to zone in. Or he'll just kill them. That works too. Gdansk was your first Kraken. Wow. Alright, well you're up 4 ships already, so that's yeah. That's looking pretty good for you, I'd say, huh?
Engine boost activated.
Alright, this is Marceau on Northern Lights. I need to get Stream Raiders going again. This is very risky getting in radar range of the Nevsky. I don't know that I'd want to do that right now. I might do it later, once I know that I don't have to worry about him so much. But frankly, I'd go after other targets. What else could he go after? Maybe the Salem, actually. I'd probably go after the Salem, honestly. Salem with its floaty shells, you can probably dodge most of the hate. But you are going to go for 3 shells over the island again. What do you think of the Elbing with legendary mod profile? I don't think about it because I haven't really had a chance to look at it. We can talk about it in a sec if you want. I know Grunty was trying to work towards it. Now this is a smart position here. He's radared, so he knows when he's radared he can just W behind the island and he doesn't care. So, good positioning there. I still don't think I would have gone after the Nevsky, but okay. The problem is, you know, you took your guns out of the battle for a while trying to play games with him, and I kind of feel like there's better things you could have done with your time. For example, the Salem, who killed the Cleveland and now killed the Burgon. Also the Daring. I've seen some requests to spot the Daring. Now you're looking over at the Repub to see what the Republic is going to do. Is he shooting at you or not? I like the use of defensive anti-air fire here. Now you've got a sub nearby. Oof. No, not a sub nearby. I'm sorry. You've got the Daring is nearby. Forgot the sub died. Okay, Daring is spotting you. So you're control clicking on the minimap to let him know about where you think the Daring is. And look, there's the Daring. Look, the Salem killed another ship. What's up, Leo? French radar in action. You don't need radar, you just need lots of shells. Follow where the shells are hitting. Easy peasy. Assassination. I would have liked to have seen you do that earlier. Frankly, you know, instead of going after Nevsky. But that's alright. Uber low skill. I love the name. How are you? I think you're not opening up because you want to see if that starts a flood. Otherwise, I'm really not sure why you didn't open up earlier there. I like the torpedoes. I mean, the torps are 9 kilometers. He's heading your way. Watch the Nevsky. Taking some hits from him. And 4501 finishes the repub. Okay. There's the radar. My question would be, where exactly is this Nevsky? You're just taking some random shots into the cap. There's the other Marceau. With the planes... Oh, you actually hit him. With the planes coming up, I would think I'm getting pretty close to the Parzival. Hey, Rebrand Steve. Were you around for my talk about my favorite viewer? I have a suspicion you're gonna run into this guy right around this corner.
Activated.
Is disabling anti-air and secondaries only for staying undetected? Yes. So the Marceau shoots out to 6 kilometers with its anti-air guns. So if you have your anti-air guns going, then immediately 6 kilometers, see, right here, boom, he'd be detected right now. Versus waiting until he gets close. The reason you wait until he gets close is twofold. One is it gives them less time to react to the situation, so they're forced to panic drop, like what you just saw happen there. Two, when they do get detected and you reinforce your sector and all that kind of stuff, then you get into a situation where the enemy's flying all the way through your anti-air and on the way out as well, versus knowing how to line up and stuff. And then third, the other big advantage is you're not spotted as quickly, which means nobody else is there to shoot you. That's the biggest thing that gets destroyers killed in random battles and ranked battles especially, is you have people that just, they forget to turn their anti-air off. And so their anti-air guns start shooting, and then boom, they get detected. Now, there are destroyers that don't have long-range anti-air. I'm talking about destroyers with like 3.5 kilometer or 2 point something kilometer. Those, you absolutely just leave anti-air on, you don't care about.
Anti-aircraft gun crews are on normal alert.
Good question though, AK. Hopefully that helped. Feel free to ask more if you got other ones. Oh look, you found the other Marceau. Another cap point and more fire chance and flood chance for you, sir. Nevsky just got Slavad. That's huge. That is huge. Because the Nevsky is your biggest threat. Although the Marceau is quite a threat for you too. You guys are both pretty evenly matched. When engaging, you almost always want to try to be kiting away. You can see how he's throttling there. He's using the ability to dodge shells a lot easier. Also, this guy wasn't paying attention to his surroundings and peached. So Zeka was able to take him down. Salem is still detected over at the D cap. So now the question is, are you going to go for the kill, like continue farming Yumihari, or are you going to go for survival? Personally, I would go for survival. The Salem was recently spotted, and that's huge. If you didn't know where the Salem was, I might say definitely survival. But if you know where the Salem is, maybe you can try to be a little greedy. Maybe. Yumihari kills the Napoli. And I would have figured the sub would kill the Yumihari too. He kinda did, kinda didn't. My god, if you get this kill, I don't think you will.
Engine boost deactivated.
See, this is the smart play. You don't know if you're going to what's going to happen with your teammates. The Slava is low. The Napoli got himself killed, so why risk getting yourself killed as well? Kafinicus, hello. Good to see you, dude. How is your Saturday going? Right, exactly, Zaka. No worries about the work stuff. Some odd reason Twitch made me unfollow you. Weird. Twitch does that. I don't know why either. There's other people that I've unfollowed and I'm like, why am I unfollowing you? It's all good, dude. I think if you haven't watched a person after a certain amount of time, it just automatically unfollows. I hope so. Because I followed a lot of people when I worked for StackUp, and I don't want to have to go through the trouble of unfollowing them all, you know? It's a lot of work, a lot of time. Yeah, see, this Salem is the biggest threat for you right now. He's on 3 kills. Slava's probably going to die to him, frankly. And the sub could die to him as well. Side note, can you imagine if ASW actually damaged ships too? So Zeka's getting in position to, 1, torpedo the Salem. Yeah, I figured as much. Torpedo the Salem, and 2, run and kite away if the Salem were to charge. There's the Salem radar. And the sub surfaces and gets detected. And completely whiffs his shotgun attempt. Oof. Oof. That's... It's a cruiser, and I guess maybe the sub is used to shotgunning battleships. I don't know. By the way, you guys excited for the changes to reduce shotgunning coming up? I kind of am, but I'm not sure how I feel about the buffs that subs are getting as compensation. Well, yeah, rudder buffs and turning radius. And then there's also the module they can take that reduces the damage that they take by 15%, which just feels odd. Unfortunately, if you had more hit points, you could actually play with the Salem a little bit, but you can't. I kind of wish the Nebraska had turned around, because he's just going to push the Salem northward. Yeah, module looks weird. Right, exactly. There's already a lot of talks about depth charges not doing much, and then you add on top of that this stuff, so it just feels weird. Jujube, not happy about CV changes. I don't know that those are going to come through the way that they've been announced. We'll have to see. By the way, I like that you're going to grab this cap. You absolutely need to. Look at your points. 994. You're actually going to win on time anyway, so it doesn't matter. But I think it's a good idea to play it safe. Go into the points, and go in the cap just to be sure you can get it, all that good stuff. So, not a bad game. I think you showcased the strengths and also the weaknesses of the Marceau a little bit there. So that was cool to see. 73,000 damage isn't... No offense, Zaka, isn't the damage I was expecting to see you put up. I was expecting to see you send me a 250k damage game, but this is actually better in my opinion. because it shows that it's not all about damage farming. It's about positioning. It's about knowing, you know, where to go, get the caps, etc., and using your speed. So I like this a lot. Detailed report. Not too much to see there. You did 43,000 damage to aircraft. That's kind of fun. And that Nevsky, man. Who was your biggest bane? Who hit you for the most damage? The Marceau and the Salem did. Okay. Yeah, it was a close game, which is rare. I agree with you, Mad Max. Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. It's fun to watch. So let's go ahead and pull up the replay render so we can see the top-down view of his battle here. Sorry, I was just responding to a message on Discord, trying to figure out tomorrow's schedule. So, if there's a team you guys would like to see tomorrow, let me know. If you had to pick only one top tier tech tree cruiser to have fun with, what would it be? Couldn't decide which line I should go. I always like the Hindenburg. Why? Because it's easy, mindless fun. I don't have to think. I play range module. I just lob shells over and over and over again. I dodge things because I'm so far away. And I laugh because there's not much they can do about me. Would you guys like to see one of the games from today that we didn't cast? Hindenburg also teaches you to play open water. Yes, it does. Absolutely does. Oh, they filled it in with some more information. I see. Okay. You're welcome. Anytime you got questions, Baron, just ask away. So the only feedback, and I said it a couple times, so I don't want to try to keep hammering you on this, but I feel like you had a good opportunity to move away from your area, and you chose to stay instead and, you know, try to farm a Nevsky, which didn't really work out for either side. And I just feel like you might have been better suited going elsewhere during that time. Otherwise, I like that you played it safe. That was the smart play. So you get a thumbs up for that one. As a matter of fact, I think that might be the title for this replay. Unless anybody else can think of a better title for the replay, but playing it safe or playing safe is probably, I think, a good theme for it. So let's see here. We've got Arona Shaft that goes first. I requested to go with Arona. All right, cool. Well, thanks for sending that one in, Zeka. That was fun, and using your Cover My Replay for it. What we're going to do, guys, is I'm going to take a look, because for the first time in a long time, I don't have any replays prioritized, which I'm really excited about.